According to internal sources, Britney has been heavily medicated since escaping to Hawaii. Her hubby says the new medication makes her so tired, but her former best friends and management from the beginning of her career seem to believe she is being fed strong medication to keep her well behaved.
The media is trying to destroy Britney Spears again. They are pushing out fake news claiming Britney can't be left alone with knives. Their report also suggests that Britney is abusing caffeine and acting chaotic for several days at a time. I don't believe anything TMZ is putting out, but I'm worried that this is an attempt to lock her up again. So let's get into it. We worked way too hard on the Free Britney movement for the media to try to force her back into a conservatorship. I mean, this headline from TMZ is absolutely disgusting. Recommendation in ending the conservatorship for Britney Spears: keep knives away from her, in all caps. They write, Britney Spears has a fascination with knives, and as the conservatorship came to an end, those caring for her prepared a list of recommendations, including this one: keep knives away from her. Multiple sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ that there were a number of recommendations as the conservatorship wound down, including not driving alone, which we see Britney do all the time. But the one that sticks out and the one they decided to run with is the fact that they recommend that she does not have knives. Now, seeing that initially, there's two reactions I have. One, she wants to either protect herself, or two, she wants to either harm herself and put herself out of this misery because of all of the abuse that this conservatorship has put her through. TMZ is reporting that Britney actually views knives as a means of protection, which makes sense to me. She doesn't want to be forced back into those facilities, giving so much blood every single day, being drugged up. She's worked way too hard. She has way too much money to be forced into these weird processes. At this point, the government has no right to go and institutionalize her, and they write that she views these knives as her way to protect herself from people coming and trying to get her, which is really sad that she doesn't even trust her own team to protect her from government officials or mental health, specialists, that she feels like she needs to have knives on her to stab and kill these people, I guess, if they try to get her, which I mean, I feel like when you get to those facilities, it really does feel like you're just dead. Like you have no purpose anymore. Life is over. So I kind of see where she's coming from. They write, given her mental struggles that sometimes resulted in manic and volatile behavior, the recommendation was cautionary. Honestly, the person we should keep knives away is Jamie Lynn Spears. Throwback to the time where she had a knife in a sandwich shop and she was threatening people. It was really scary, really weird. I feel like maybe Jamie Lynn should probably, receive the same recommendation. Why don't we make some more articles about that as well? But it seems like TMZ is currently poking at Britney because they've got a documentary coming out, which we're not supporting on this channel. It's coming out, I believe, on Monday. It's called TMZ Investigates Britney Spears: The Price of Freedom, which will air on Fox on Monday, which I, again, not going to be watching because TMZ obviously is very influenced by whoever is giving them a narrative. Tim Khan. So I just don't think it's going to be authentic. I came across this blind item I wanted to share with you guys. I couldn't actually find the blind item, which is weird because I typed in everything and it would not pop up. But let's go ahead and hear what she has to say. I love this TikToker, so let's hear her out.
Speaking of gimme more, did you miss me? Because I am back with a Britney Spears blind item. Last Monday, a meeting/intervention occurred at Britney Spears' mansion. Her camp apparently hired more publicists to keep her social media running without glitches. According to internal sources, Britney has been heavily medicated since escaping to Hawaii. Her hubby says the new medication makes her so tired, but her former best friends and management from the beginning of her career seem to believe she is being fed strong medication to keep her well behaved.
Okay, beginning of her career. Would that be Sam Lufty vibes? Would that be team conservatorship? Also, is she taking the medicine willingly? I mean, it sounds like this blind item is suggesting that she's being fed drugs that make her almost zombie-like.
They disagree with her collab with Ryan Murphy. The collab in question is the Glee collab, but Ryan's initial idea was to do some sort of docuseries about her career, but showing the sordid facts, which is Britney's former management saw that all as a trap because it seems like every troubled person Ryan Murphy comes across seems to lose their mind or their lives. Also, according to internal sources, Britney is not currently in Hawaii, but she's also not in the mansion as well, and has been heavily medicated for over 2 weeks now, and some say she doesn't even remember what day of the week it is. Now, I say all this as TMZ drops this headline today: Britney Spears' recommendation in ending conservatorship. Keep knives away.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here. At this point, I feel like there are a lot of different entities trying to push a certain story or a narrative, and they're all kind of competing with each other. I mean, keep in mind, Britney Spears was supposed to write a tell-all book and tell us what happened from herself, her own accounting. But now it looks like that might not happen anymore. Now, I cannot imagine Britney Spears being silenced with the amount of money she has. I mean, just like post it at this point, like go and sue me, do it. But it looks like her book is delayed because of legal threats. The publisher has put the memoir on hold after receiving letters from 2 of Britney's famous exes. I find that really interesting right there because this is the only article. It says, according to The Sun does not reference any exes. So I don't know if this is true or not, but this is the only article I found where it says she received letters from 2 of her famous exes. Who would that be? Justin Timberlake and who else? But the source says Britney is brutally honest in the book, and there are a lot of nervous A-listers. Strongly worded legal letters have been sent to the publishers by people who know Britney and who will fear what she has written. Probably TriStar. There is no movement at the moment, and there are concerns over if the book will ever even come out, which I would be so disappointed if it doesn't. Can you imagine? She's been so silenced, so suppressed by this conservatorship, and now she gets to tell her story, and they're like, you know what? No, you can't do that either. I think everybody can agree that we want this book to come out, so we are supporting Britney, and it's wild to see how Britney's over here struggling while Jamie Lan can publish her book full of actual lies. If you have not seen my podcast with Alexa Nicholas, we unpack some of those lies, but literally publishing lies. And she's like, what? The #1 Amazon Christian best-selling book. It's actually ridiculous.
The book was due out in February, but now it's expected to come out at the end of the year. I cannot wait. It will cover her conservatorship, her marriage to her third husband, Sam, and other topics that she has never spoken about publicly. The same source said Britney wants this to be her moment. She talks to the world to tell her side of the story and set the record straight. I hope she spills the tea about everyone and everything. And I can't wait to hear her story from her.
So it's supposed to be coming out. We'll see. I just don't believe anyone. When they say, oh yeah, it's supposed to be coming out, it's just to kind of shut us up, and then in a few more months they'll be like, yeah, it's delayed a few more months, and then to shut us up they'll be like, you know what, it's actually been pulled, and it would have been so long that we kind of forgot about it. But you know what, we're not forgetting. And I'll never forgive TMZ on these articles they're writing about her to promote their shitty their documentary. And they just put out this one this morning. I didn't even know I was gonna be talking about this one because I was going to make this video last night, but I was too tired. Britney Spears amped up on caffeine, coffee, Red Bull, and Celsius. I mean, who in Los Angeles isn't? TMZ is reporting Britney Spears drinks caffeine drinks by the gallon. Something experts say is not great, but unsurprising for people with mental illness. Well, okay, let's put together these 2 articles. She's holding on to knives to protect herself from people trying to lock her up. And then she's drinking a bunch of caffeine so she stays awake so they don't end up coming to her and locking her up. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ, which has produced a document. Oh my God, shut up about your documentary. That Britney guzzles Red Bull, Celsius, coffee, dandelion tea. I mean, that sounds healthy. Almost nonstop. We're told that she consumes so much caffeine that she'll sometimes stay awake for 3 consecutive days. Who knows this? Who's over here watching that she's awake every single, for those 3 days? Experts, including Dr. Drew, tell TMZ that people with mental illness crave the high from these drinks, but it's not particularly healthy. Okay, Dr. Drew, I'm ready to make my video on YouTube, okay? And of course, TMZ ends this article by trying to promote their documentary. I actually find this series of events right here so disturbing. It's giving me 2007 with the fact that her book is being delayed and silent. She's being legally threatened for telling her story like what she actually went through. TMZ is claiming that she needs to keep the knives away from her and that she's drinking so much Red Bull. This is horrible. I mean, this is actually disgusting, and I really hope that I don't know. I hope she can get through this, because this is giving very much 2007 when they were, brutalizing her in the media. But here's my email if you guys have any other video ideas for me. Let's go ahead and open this P.O. Box package item from Mia Rose. Oh, it looks like they're in Florida, which I'm actually going to Florida in a week from today. Yeah, actually, directly a week from today. I'm really excited though. I need to get out of LA. You guys know I've been mentally struggling for a minute. Sorry, I'm going on a hike, so make sure my friend's not here yet. I've been really going through it, so I'm gonna go to. Okay. So we've got this like piece of art right here, and I don't know if there's. I mean, it looks really cute, but is there any note? Any note at all? I don't see a note. Okay, let me try to open this. Okay, I don't actually see a note. I don't know if there was supposed to be one included. Sometimes you guys don't. But it looks like this is from Erotic Favor. Okay. So it looks like they're an artist, and it's we're actually like kind of like the same skin color. I guess I'm a little darker, right? Let me do the face. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much. This is really beautiful. I can't tell if it's like printed or paint. I think it's printed, but I'll go ahead and list your art info below, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye, guys.